Alright you guys, so today we are doing the Google Picks My Makeup Challenge. I've been seeing this, of course, going around the internet. I believe Nikki Tutorials has started it, unless she got it from somebody else, but she was the first one that I have seen doing this challenge. I really enjoyed it. It was very interesting. I thought something a little bit different, so I'm here to do the challenge today. So if you are curious to see what Google picked for my makeup look today and see how I am going to recreate the photo that Google picked, then make sure you keep on watching. Of course, first definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I do post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday on the channel, so you don't want to miss out on that. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and get Googling. I have my brows and my base on. I figured you guys don't need to see that. And I have already gone on Google as well and taken a look at the picture because I need to know, of course, what makeup to pull and things like that. So I will insert the picture right up here. So we have a New Hampshire sample driver's license that we are going to recreate. That is what came in when I typed up my initials. So I typed in NH look, which of course is my initials, Natasha Helmetzi. If you guys didn't know, my real name is not Nash. Lots of people call me Nash, but my real name is Natasha. Yeah, this is what came up. So we're going for like a blue look. I just did a blue look, which kind of sucks because it feels a little repetitive, but I'm gonna do a little bit differently. I think I'm gonna do like a blue complete cut crease and then like a black liner to tie in the black lettering. I don't know. We're just gonna kind of play it by ear. Pretty much just gonna be blue. All I know is I'm going to start with a blue cut crease. To start with, I'm going in with my Urban Decay Full Spectrum palette. Just because this has the most option for blues. And there's only 3. Now they are a little bit, like there's a tiny little bit of glitter in these. But it's just little, it's like a matte shade with little tiny flakes of glitter. So I'm just gonna have to use these. So I'm gonna start with this, it blends into this, it blends into this on the out. And I guess I'll zoom you guys in and we will get started. So I'm gonna start by jumping into Metamorphosis, which is this shade here. And then we're gonna go into this shade and then up into that shade. So from Metamorphosis to Blindsided to Minx. Minx. I'm gonna go into this brush here. This is a brush that I just purchased on Amazon. It is stained blue. There's not already blue dye in that. It's completely washed off. So I'm just gonna have to like wipe this brush off in between shades just because this is like the perfect brush for what I'm wanting to do. So yeah, so anyways, like I said, I'm gonna start with Metamorphosis. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I have already primed my lids with Sharp Tape. I've already primed my lids with Tarte Shape Tape and I set them down with a powder as well. So yeah, so I'm just starting here with the inner corner. And you're just gonna wanna focus this on the upper crease area, not bring it too far down just because we're gonna be cutting that out anyways. So there's really no point. And because we're working with such blue bright shadows and they tend to stain a little bit, I am going in and doing my eyes first. I do this usually when I go in with anything like really pigmented or like a really heavy eyeshadow look. I always do my eyes because that way if there's any fallout, I can just wipe it off and be done with it. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead on just a makeup remover towel and just wipe this off until there's virtually nothing left coming off on the brush, and then I'm just gonna wipe it on a dry towel just to dry off the brush a little bit, because if you have a wet brush going in with matte shades, it can sometimes look a little bit, it can get a little bit patchy and you'll have a little bit more troubles blending. So next I'm just going in with that next blue shade, Blindsided, and I'm just going to continue on with that. And then where the Metamorphosis shade ended, I'm just going to kind of blend those two together by dragging it over top of one another, if that makes sense. And then without really wiping my brush off, because we are going in with a deeper blue anyways, I'm gonna jump into that mink shade. Now this one I believe has the most little shimmer in it. So I'm hoping on the eyes, once it's blended out, it's not gonna pick up too bad. And again, just starting where I left off and kind of just flicking that out. And then blending the two together. Yeah, it's not really picking up shimmery on the eye, so that's good. Okay, so I'm just gonna wipe my brush off a little bit and then going back into the middle blue shade in Blindsided and just kind of blending those shades even more together. And then again, wiping off. This is kind of turning out looking cool already though. And then going into the first blue shade. And again, just making sure that they're kind of just blended together in a way that you can't really tell that it looks like it's supposed to be blended together, not just like 3 separate chunks of color. Next, I am going in with just a clean blending brush, no product on it. And I'm just gonna, with a very, very, very light hand, just run over those edges at the very top. Just to diffuse the color so it doesn't look like there's like a crazy harsh line. And honestly, this blending brush might even be a little bit too big for this. So I'm actually gonna try just going in with like more of a fluffy pencil brush, just to try and diffuse those lines just a little bit more. Okay, cool. So now we're gonna cut the lid. So I'm just gonna go in with whatever concealer you want to. I'm going in with, of course, my usual Tarte Shape Tape. And then I'm just grabbing like a flat concealer type brush. I don't know why I use this brush because I used it before once to cut my crease and I hated it. I don't know why I used it again. This mirror in this full spectrum palette is so dirty I can like hardly even see what I'm doing. The hardest part about doing cut creases, especially those that like are like the full cut crease, is trying to match both the sides so they're completely even. I just find like one of them always looks a little bit different than the other. Okay, deep breaths. And I feel like the best advice if you're doing something that you're not like 100% confident in is if when you're doing it you're not overthinking about it, because I feel like the more you overthink it, the same thing when I do like wing liner, if I really overthink it and be like I need to get this perfect, like oh concentrate, it always ends up not as good. Where if I just do it without really thinking, just like okay I'm doing wing liner, whatever, it always turns out better. So that's the attitude I'm gonna go in with for this. When I do the other eye, I always start out a little bit lower than what I think the other, like a little bit lower than what I think it should be. That way you can always add up. But if you go up a little bit too high, then it's a lot harder to bring it back down, if that makes sense. And then I just keep going back and forth until I think they are even enough. I think we're in a good enough position where they're even enough. And you're not going to be able to fully tell if they're like a little bit uneven. So I think that's where I'm going to stop before I really screw everything. And all of a sudden the concealer will be back up to my brow and I'll have to redo the whole thing. So I'm just setting it down just with some just translucent powder. Just so my lids don't crease. And then what I'm gonna do with just like a tiny little, I don't even know what to call this, pencil brush. I don't know, would you call that a pencil? Just a little detailer brush maybe. I'm gonna go in with each individual shade just right along where we cut the crease, and that's just gonna define it ever so slightly. I am finding this darkest, the mink shade. I don't know if I've ever used it for anything before. I'm finding it just a little bit hard to blend. So keep that in mind if you are doing this look for anything, or using this palette, or even using that shade for anything. Now I'm just gonna take a tiny little brush and just go into the white shade Bump. And just slightly just highlight my brow bone. So liner, I am gonna go in, I'm just going in with this is just the NYX Matte Liquid Liner. And I'm just gonna do a wing with that. I haven't done a wing in a very long time. Yeah, I'll have to clean that up with a little bit of concealer, but otherwise it looks okay. Like, I haven't done a wing liner in probably like 2 months. I think I'm gonna leave it at that. Again, I don't want to keep pushing it and then end up with just black eyes. All right, so I just pulled the concealer up a little bit under the wing just to clean it up ever so slightly. And now I'm just gonna pop on some fake lashes, mascara, all of that fun stuff, and then we'll come back and I guess do the, I guess I'll put on my foundation. Yeah, I'll put on the rest of my face, like my face makeup, because really that has nothing to do with it. And then we'll come back and finish off the eyes and the little touches here and there. I'll be right back. All right guys, so I am back. My foundation's on, my blush is on, my bronzer's on. I'm just gonna quickly finish off my face. So for highlights, I thought it would be fun to go into this Naked Cosmetics palette and grab this blue. I haven't tried this one yet, so I'm gonna grab the blue there. And I'm just gonna put that on my face. Blue highlighter. It's interesting. I feel like it's almost coming up a little bit purple actually. Definitely goes with the blue eyes, that's for sure. And then I always just run over with my blush brush, no extra product or anything, but just to kind of blend the highlight and the blush in. So to finish off the eyes, I think I want to go in because there's like orange on her shirt. I think I want to go in with like an orange. Like, see, there's just like a little bit of orange on her shirt there. That's why I wore an orange shirt today. I think I'm gonna go in with, and then maybe like a pop of yellow for the star. That could be cute. That could be cute. I'm gonna go in with C's right there. And I'm just picking up, this is just a, what does it say? Bean Cheese Paris eyeshadow. This brush says. It's kind of like of a fluffy, almost like a packer, but more fluffy. And I'm gonna run that under my lash line. It's an orange moment, that's for sure. And then I'm just gonna kind of go over and just build up the orange a little bit more, because I don't want it to get lost when I go in with my mascara and everything. I think I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of a black liner in my inner corner, or my waterline, sorry. And then I'm gonna go in with the Double Decker Lashes by Butter London mascara. Same mascara I used on my top lashes. This is my second time trying this mascara. It's definitely a watery mascara and it's a bigger wand. So you just gotta be, ooh, oh no, it's probably just going. Gotta be a little bit careful on your bottom lashes because it is clumping up a little bit, it looks like. Okay, I guess we're going for the clumpy bottom lashes today. But it does make them really long. Ooh, I don't know if I like that mascara for my bottom lashes. Okay, so then for the inner corner, let's go in with this bright yellow called Calavera. And almost just blending that into the orange on the bottom lashes. So now what I'm gonna do is I want to, like the first thing I saw when I looked at that picture was the heart. So I want to do a heart. Why is it not sticking? The heck? Add stickers, they don't even work. Okay, cool, right there. What the heck? Why does it keep coming up? I should have like too much powder? It just doesn't want to stick or what? Oh! Okay, third time's the charm. I'm just gonna grab the white bump shade that I used to highlight my brow bone. Okay, now pull off the heart. Whoop. See, look at that little cute detail. Heart. Okay, I'm just gonna finish off my lips and then I will come back and we'll do the finish look together. Alright guys, so I'm back. I removed the heart because it faded and you couldn't even tell. It just looked like this little like white unblended blob on my face. So we didn't end up doing the heart. But this is the completed look. I really like how it turned out. Something different. I don't usually do the full cut creases like this, but I'm really enjoying how it looks. I, of course, will have to expand. I can get better. So I'm gonna keep trying them, maybe some more. I kind of like how it turned out. And then with like the yellow pop of color and the orange underneath the eyes. Thanks, Google. I really like it. Thank you. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely make sure you hit that thumbs up button as well as subscribe to my channel down below. I do post new videos every Tuesday and Thursday on this channel, so you don't want to miss out on that. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching and we will see you in my next video. Bye guys.